Hello and welcome back to the Gen 1 journey. I know we haven't done any of this for a little while, but I think it's a good time to say that yes, the journey for Pokemon Red is at its end. But if you know anything about the Gen 1 journey, which I absolutely adore and we are coming rapidly to the end of, is that these Pokemon from Pokemon Red will be joining the select best of Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Yellow to go on and compete in the Prime Cup, in Gym Leader Castle, and finally in round two. If you don't know what round two is, basically, if you complete a large section of Pokemon Stadium, you will unlock a harder, more difficult version of some of the challenges, which this ultimate team will be going up against. Now, we already have the tier list made of Pokemon Yellow. We have Starmie and Clefable, Ash and Tess, from Pokemon Yellow will be coming with us to the final team. There will be a second team that'll be a little bit harder, called the B team. So let's start with perhaps, unfortunately, our weakest Pokemon. Jerry the Magnificent has had his place here and there. Is he unfortunate tier? Is he meh? I think he's actually more meh than unfortunate. I think he's an okay Pokemon. I think he has an okay spot here and there. It's just, I don't know. His reliance on Swords Dance sounds amazing. Swords Dance and Slash combo. But unfortunately, because of how Slash and critical hits work in Gen 1, it won't do anything. Critical hits will ignore the benefit of attack boosts in Gen 1, meaning that his high critical hit ratio with Slash, his best physical move, will actually be a detriment to him using Sword Stance. And the fact that he knows Surf doesn't really help him out with Starmie around. In fact, to the point I'm not sure he'll be Team B eligible whatsoever. Seems unfortunate for the fossil Pokemon so far, especially since we will be going for Amistar in Pokemon Blue. Hmm. But on the other end of the spectrum, we have Jinx. Ooh, Jinx, Jinx, Jinx. Jinx has proven herself to be a very, very good Pokemon. Very fast, very reliable, high damaging. The only thing she can't really deal with is high physical damaging moves. But even then, she has proven to be super clutch a million times over. She is easily the best Pokemon in the Pokemon Red team roster. Um, and that's surprising to me. I was very shocked by that, but I think she is a perfect addition. So let's go to one who is more Team B, almost guaranteed. Phlegethon, the Doug Trio. This Pokemon is perhaps the biggest shock of the Pokemon Red run, even more than Jinx was. This is even more than Niflheim, I should say, which was the name of our Jinx. Phlegethon has shown high attack power, not obscenely high, but pretty good attack power, and extreme speed. You cannot discount how amazing that speed tier is. It is the second highest in the game behind only like Electrode and actually maybe the third highest. Mewtwo might be faster. I think there's one other Pokemon that's faster, but I can't remember what it was. I know Electrode is faster, but other than that, a Doug Trio has like the second or third highest speed tier in the game, bar none. It's crazy good and it hits hard. It's not the most defensive Pokemon, but because of that speed, you just you never feel better than when you know you can outspeed a Pokemon. It's very liberating. Next, we'll go to Golem. He will be Team B eligible. His extremely high defense is kind of his only thing going for him. Yes, I did use Jerry more than him during our fights. That's only because that times 4 weakness to water kills him. He doesn't have high enough special in order to survive. And even with that sky high defense, it just has to be very niche. In fact, now that I think about it, he may actually go down to meh. Very unfortunate for the rock types so far. Yeah, we'll keep him in Team B eligible. We'll keep him in Team B eligible just because maybe I feel bad for him. Next up, Charizard, our starter, Avernus. Avernus, I think I sort of messed up his playstyle a little bit. However, with the Swords Dance combo, can you ever really count out a Pokemon? Just get him enough swords dances, and he'll just one shot everything in the game. He's got a good speed tier. He's got fire, which is very uncommon, so he's almost guaranteed to be on the B team with Venusaur. And I suspect Blastoise. We'll see where Blastoise ends up. Finally, we have Tauros. Tauros is perhaps the best Pokemon in competitive Pokemon in Gen 1. He has proven himself to be very, very good. I did screw up a little bit with his build. I would prefer Double Edge, but with his Body Slam combo, it does a lot of damage. He's a high speed tier. He just does a lot of damage, and with the chance to paralyze from Body Slam, you just can't put a price tag on that. A free paralysis is so nice. So we're going to put him in the final team. So that's it for me. That is the final team currently, how it's stacking up when we are going into Pokemon Blue. Thank you all so much for watching, and do expect new Gen 1 Journey episodes soon.